Okay, I don't like doing videos because I'm not very good, but I'm going to explain to you what I just bought this weekend. I'm filling up my pantry for cooking low carb keto. Now, a few things. One item that a lot of strict keto people don't use is wheat gluten. I've used wheat gluten when I did low carb before I did keto, and the reason why I did it is because when I first tried keto breads, they were heavy and dense and I didn't like it. I used a little bit of the wheat gluten and it lightened it up, tremendously. And since I am a type 1 diabetic, I test my blood. It does not affect my blood level. Plus, I'm not allergic to wheat anyway. So that's the reason why I use it. Now, I do have a new flour that's probably not new, but is new to me since I just came across it, called lupin. This right here, my first thing I'm going to use it with is I'm going to make keto donuts again. Last week I showed everybody my keto donuts and it came out great, except they stuck to the pan. I bought a spray. So I bought some coconut oil spray in a can. So I'll use that to oil all of my donut pans so they won't stick. And because I want to take a couple of them to one of the church members at the church I'm going to, and he's type 2 diabetic, and he said he would like to have something sweet, but don't want to raise his blood level. So I'm gonna surprise him with some keto donuts. The last thing I bought everything from Amazon is this sugar right here. One thing about it, you get the package and it doesn't say what it is. But when I turn it around, it says Alios, which is it. So I guess they just use a generic bag from the company, but they do have what it is on the back. So, Amazon wasn't selling me, Amazon sellers wasn't selling me something that I didn't ask for. This is a 2-pound. Now, I usually buy erythritol, which I still have some in the cabinet. I'm going to get some right now. Hold on. Okay, I buy Anthony's. I buy a lot of Anthony's. I buy Anthony's cocoa nibs and also anything that I can get from one store called Grocery Outlet or from Amazon. They're not expensive, but I did pay about $25 for erythritol, but this is a 5-pound bag. Usually you only get them 1 pound and it costs you like $15. This is 5 pounds for $25. Also, when I do have erythritol, I do use a stevia to sweeten, to offset the coolness of their erythritol. The stevia is bitter. I don't like stevia at all by itself because it is bitter, even though it's supposed to be like 30 times sweeter than sugar, or probably even more than that. It tastes bitter. It's a plant sweetener. Erythritol is a sugar alcohol sweetener. What I do with these two, I use for every 1 cup of erythritol, I use 1 teaspoon of stevia. So what I do, I use my old Truvia container to add the sweetener, the powder to. Because what I do, I use a blender to blend those two up because they're both crystals. And then I also use anything I can find to put the powder in. So I always have sugar out on the, out and ready. So here's the powder. And I put this, like I said, in the blender. And I powder it until it's confectioner powder form. But since I have this, the Alios, I'm not going to use all of my Alios because this is only 2 pounds. This is 5 pounds. This is 2 pounds. So 3 pounds, it's a big difference. This is 25. This is 18. I'm going to use all of them together. I'm going to use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. This is my first time going to bake with allulose, and I think it's sweet. I don't know how much is sweeter or less sweet than the sugar, but usually I only use about probably a fourth of a cup anyway to sweeten any of my goods. So regardless, I'm going to use a little bit of this, a little bit of that, of the sweeteners together. And that's what I'm going to do to cook any baked goods. Okay, from there, that's the three that I bought. The erythritol, the stevia, the erythritol, the stevia is what I usually have in my pantry. Almond flour is next. I do make my own blend, but I haven't made none in a while. I have to buy coconut flour in order to do so. This is the coconut, but I also put other stuff in here, so I use this as my flour blend with the almond. This is all almond. I got this bag of almond, 2-pound bag at Walmart, which was $10, but at Costco's, you get a 3-pound bag for 13 bucks. At Walmart, the 3-pound bag costs about $19. So I'm going to buy my almond flour at Costco instead of wasting a lot of money at Walmart. Now, I do buy a lot of stuff at Walmart, but this would be good to just have it at Walmart. Also, the last things I'm going to show you is my psyllium husk, my xanthan gum, and my gur gum. I don't use gur gum all that much, only for ice cream, because I really don't know too much about it. But xanthan gum is a binder. Gur gum is a binder. But xanthan gum, psyllium husk are my two best friends when it comes to baking bread. You don't need that much. Psyllium husk, I see a lot of people use 5 tablespoons. Way too much, I believe. First of all, when I used to do that, okay, I don't know where my camera went off at. I don't have that much memory, so I'm going to cut this kind of short. Anyway, like I stated, these are all of what I use to bake with. These are the fresh lemons. If y'all seen my post earlier on just plain Facebook, I picked some free lemons in Glendora, California. They're on the public side, by the sidewalk, so me and my children and I helped ourselves to some free lemons. But anyway, like I said, wheat gluten, I use sparingly. I know how much to use. I don't use that much. I only use it to make my bread texture like bread. Also, it brings out the flavor. I also use yeast. So to get as close to regular bread, I will use it since it does not mess with my blood level. Or it does not spike. Well, it doesn't spike my blood level, so it doesn't mean it spikes up. It stays normal. So I use it, and I'm not allergic to wheat. And then I have my new lupin flour, which is going to help with the other flours that I use, the almond flour or the flour blend that I make my baked goods out of. And then my new sugar, allulose, which would be used with the erythritol and the stevia blend. I use all of that, and these are the binders: psyllium husk powder, xanthan gum, and gur gum. Like I said, I use the gur gum for ice cream with some of the xanthan gum, but I use the psyllium husk and the xanthan gum in my baked goods. Use it wisely, because too much will make everything either dry, hard to swallow, or gummy. And since xanthan gum is a gum, you got to know it's going to be gum. So when I do an ice cream one, it's still going to be hard, but they do help out. So again, I'm going to say goodnight because I don't have that much memory on my phone, and it keeps telling me low memory. And plus my batteries are going low as well. So I hope this was helpful for some people who just started on keto or low carb way of life. You can still eat and enjoy food without really missing anything. If you have any questions, ask me. I'm always around. If you have a recipe that you want to convert, Ask me. I will try my best to come up with something, even if I have not done it. So anyway, good night, and hope you have a safe journey through life, healthy way of life, and have fun cooking. Good night.